Hello, my lovelies. Jenny O here, the author with no last name, and welcome back to Calico, the Pawsome edition. So, as you can see, Calico is here at my feet wearing his little cute Sunday best hat. If you want your cats to read the Sunday best hat, pick them up, put them on your head, and then take them down. That's all you have to do, I promise. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to go into our brand new kitchen and we're going to make some food. Now, I want to do about 2 different recipes per video of the new mini games. So I don't have a real plan on which 2 we're going to do at a time. So we'll just start maybe with just working our way through the list. I don't know. So let's start here. I have 5 donuts still, but let's make some new donuts, and we're going to start the recipe. The donuts cost a base 200 price. So first thing we have to do is we have to fill the fryer with oil. And thankfully this time the oil is down here already. So we go up this ramp and we, whoops, I tossed it down by accident. Pick it up. Pick it up. see how this is? I get one mess. Picked up the oil. And what we're going to do is you left click to pour the oil into the well. Obviously, you can stand in there if you want. So now we have to go over to here. And what there is from the shelf, there is a little pan that we can pick up and we can walk along here. And what's happening is Calico's up there in a chef's hat, dropping, knocking over things. And we need to catch these things that he's knocking over. And oops, we don't need any salt in this recipe, to fill the pan. So now we have milk. Oh, he knocked the sugar over. There we go. Now we have sugar. So now we need to get some more eggs, and one more egg, and a bunch of butter. And he's just walking back and forth, knocking things off the shelf for us to catch. So if you're not, if you like catching falling minigame things, and try to stay on the gray thing because that's, where they're gonna fall. So once you finish that, they will take it over here, and Calico's now sitting on the counter in a loaf shape, looking ready to knead the dough for our donuts. So these must be yeasty donuts. And we have to scratch him. Now I'm gonna zoom in here because this is not as obvious as you would think. So you gotta give the cat a scratches, and what you're looking for are these little lightning bolts, okay? And these little lightning bolts will tell you what area of the cat you need to be scratching. And there is a thing over here. There's a bar that fills up with green. And as long as you find the areas that need scratching, the lightning bolts start off as kind of white, and they'll go to light pink, and then they'll turn red. The cat will continue kneading as long as it's above, the scratches are above a certain point. Oh, it went back to, he really wants to be scratched over here today. So you have to keep that scratch bar above a certain point before he will start kneading again. Over here. So the more you scratch him, and you can keep your scratches continuous, the more he'll continually knead. So once the dough is kneaded, he will disappear, and we will get this pogo stick in order to cut out our donuts. So you hit the space, and space will jump. And as you hit the space, it goes down to the green dot. You need to hit the space again. And the better you time it, the more points you get. So if you get perfect points, you get, 10 points. Great was 6. I don't remember. Almost was something. So then you pick up the dough, and we need to toss the donuts into the fryer. Now, you don't have to toss them if you don't want. You can come up here, up the ramp, and just throw them in. If you can make it so your physics works fast like this, and you jump, you pick up the dough, and you can turn around real fast and just toss them in. That works too. If you're like really worried about them getting into the fryer properly, and you don't want to spend all this time trying to get the correct arc for the dough, you can just you don't have to. You can just walk up there and right click to throw them in, to just drop them into the fryer. See, we missed this one, so let's just run up here and just toss it in. So now we have to go over here. Oops! Ow! Ow! Hot! 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 And we need to fish them out of the fryer with this little fishing thing. Ah! You're the size of the mouse, and it's not always easy to... Of course, this has to happen, right? I'm recording. You can't make this easy. So what you do is you right-click and you start to fish, and you can control your bobber here with the arrow keys, or WASD. And what you're waiting for is for the donuts to puff up to look as big as the donuts over here on the corner. So, and it will catch it out. And the better you get it, the more points you get. Good. So let's grab this one. That one looks almost burnt. Almost. Let's grab that one. Uh-oh. Oops. Ah! There we go. One left. So the less you have in there, the less bubbly they are. And sometimes I'm not entirely sure if they actually pay attention to how the doneness here on the rack or not, but there we are. So they're now down here on the rack, and what you have to do is what we're doing is we're picking up what is, I guess, a package of frosting. So now we are frosting the donuts, and what you have to do is you have to run around on top of the donuts to do coverage, and you're making this coverage. There's the bar there going from green to red to say, oh, this is how much you've got, and this is how much you've got left to do. And this is not going so bad this time. I've had worse. So to stay up on top of the donuts, you will most likely have to hit the space bar, and there we go. Once the donuts are covered, you're done. It took us 7 minutes and 31 seconds to create some donuts. So we have what a low score, I guess. So we have some Bronze Star donuts, but we will still have a bonus of 1.25, so they will sell for 250 beans, okay? That's fine. And now we have 15 fresh donuts. And when you run out of donuts, or you run out of, boba tea or cupcakes, what happens is they go stale. See? They go stale. And you lose your bonuses, and you have to come back and make more. I guess some people, there were players who were like, oh, you only have to throw things in a bowl for every single recipe once. How sad. And I'm like, well, I just like throwing things in the bowl. I think throwing the things in the bowl is fun. That's funny. Peggy, come back if you miss, you know. So they have come up now with a mechanic. Maybe they had planned this mechanic, maybe they hadn't, maybe they saw the feedback and decided to change it. That once you buy, your customers buy 15 donuts and you're now out of fresh donuts, they'll go stale, and you have to, and if you want to have this bonus price again, you need to come back and remake the donuts. Totally understandable. Alright, so this time, let's make the roll cake. Okay, so let's make a roll cake. The roll cake with strawberry kitty themed roll cake. So we can start the recipe, and I don't have any roll cakes in my display right now because, hey, they're stale. So the base price of the roll cake is 175 beans, and my best time was 6 minutes and 32 seconds. We'll see if we do any better, but hey. Alright, so we're going to collect the ingredients and put them into the cauldron. So we want to jump all the way down to the end of the counter and jump over here into the fridge. And from the fridge, we need 3 eggs. So let's toss the 3 eggs over to the other counter. Woo! Ha! 3 eggs over to the other counter. So the little mice will catch them and bounce them over there. We need 1 strawberry. So we'll bounce the strawberry over the counter. And there at the bottom, hiding at the bottom, is we need the milk. So let's just jump over with the milk all the way back to the other end of the counter. And sometimes it will get you up to this shelf, which is really kind of funny. So we're going to go over here and we're going to pour the milk into the cauldron. Sometimes we bounce. And we'll want to put the milk out of the way, which is fine because we have some eggs over here. And, you know, we can leave the milk over there while we pick up our eggs. So we pick up the eggs and we want to toss them into the cauldron. And sometimes you will still miss and be like, oh, Eggie, come back. Now, as you add things to the cauldron will change colors, and you will be able to see items in the cauldron. Isn't that so cool? So the eggs are now bouncing around inside the cauldron. Oh, there's a bow on this cauldron. Isn't that cute? Alright. And now our strawberry only made it as far as the oven. It's not as bouncy as the eggs, apparently. Alright, we're throwing our... Whoops. Thank you, mousies. Pick up the strawberry and toss it into the cauldron. So if you have your arc right there into the cauldron, it will turn green. So now it's turning from aqua and green and back to pink and purple. There we go. Alright, so let's take our elevator up. We need to grab the flour, the sugar, and the oil. Flour, pick it up, jump off, and just dump it into there. So we're doing left click to pour it in. That's with the keyboard and mouse. And I like to bring it back up, so just to keep it out of the way. Grab the sugar, jump down, pour again. And as you pour it in, you see you get little points. So you get like one little point for pouring it in. Pick it back up, and then we have to grab the oil. We're putting oil in our roll cake. Oh, well, I just knocked it down because I'm not always good at left clicking to drop things. So the oil is now down here on the counter, but that's fine. Doesn't matter how it gets down there as long as it gets down there, right? So we gotta put some oil in here. And look, out of the cauldron and into one of the round pans goes our cake mix. So we have to pick up our cake mix, and now we have over here in the corner with the pile of books is our mixer. So we take it over to the mixer, and it will load itself automatically into the mixer. And you see there's a little bar there. So now we have to jump up to the top of the mixer. And yes, you can end up... This is not as easy as it looks. So if you want to get closer with this camera, that's always an option too. Alright. So you walk up here, and you walk over to this children's merry-go-round, and you're going to left click with the keyboard and mouse, and this is what is going to get things to mix. So we have on the bottom of the screen a circle that represents the merry-go-round and a space. So when you click space, it starts turning, and there is a paw. So you want to click space when your space bar here is at the paw to make the merry-go-round turn faster. And the faster it turns, the faster your thing will mix. And you will get points if you do hit it at the right time. So great is +6, awesome's +10, perfect's +10, you know, things like that. And here's Oliver sitting there on the edge of the thing, going roundy, roundy, round, as Oliver likes to do. So hi Oliver, welcome. So then once your batter is mixed, you have to go down here, pick it up, and come and pour it into the pan with the left click. Alright, so drop it, it will disappear. Now you have to pick up the pan, and you'll see we'll have a bit of physics. Now it doesn't matter what way the pan is oriented, it will do it. You can even get close and we'll do it automatically. But if you want to toss it in there, we toss it into our, whoops, pick up, throw. I guess I'm too close. It doesn't want to throw because I'm too close. So it will adjust itself automatically in Easy Bake Oven. What we go over here, we do, and we want to jump into the mouse wheel of the Easy Bake Oven, and you start running to bake evenly. I don't know how that works, but okay. So you run back and forth to bake it evenly. And whee! And once it kind of reaches the top, it will do, and you're watching the bake thing. And if you don't burn it, you'll get a bonus. Alright, so we're back here again with more coverage. Here's another thing of buttercream, I guess. So what you're going to be doing is you're just running back and forth, jumping, and just, I don't know, if you want to try to be slow and meticulous, you can do that. I have found that just going back and forth in either direction can really help. It's just the control is not that simple. I guess it's not as it's not very easy, I guess. It's to do. So now we're going to roll them up with the left click. And yes, I know this is not how you actually do a roll cake. You're supposed to roll it all up together and then you slice it. But here in Calico, we are going to roll them up individually. So now we go all the way back to the other end, which it would probably have been faster to use the spoon. So you left click to get on the pogo, and our pogo now has a pastry bag attached to it. So we jump, and once again, you want to hit it at the green, when it's covered, the green arrow, or green dot there in the bottom. Just space, and the better you time it, the more points you get. 6 points, 8 points, 10 points. So now we have to go back again. See, just like that. And we're going to ride a balloon to put on the heart decorations. So you're going to fly, and there's going to be a here to, obviously I'm not doing this right because my camera's awful. To put the heart decorations on. And then it will put you down automatically. So it took us 8 minutes, 12 seconds to make a roll cake with a score of 272. So we have some bronze roll cakes here, but that's okay. You know, it depends on, you know, how much you want to do. So now, whoops. So we've finished the roll cake, and now we have 10 fresh roll cake that will be sold for $218 a piece in if you decide to put them into your displays. Let's close out of that. Alright, so that was 2 of the sweet recipes, the roll cake and the donuts. So, thank you for listening. Take care. Bless. Stay safe out there. And I will see you in the next video.